This video we are going to look at an interesting and advanced table design in LaTeX. As you can see on your screen, this table is not your ordinary one. It's a combination of merged cells, rotated text, and multi-level headers. The line document class defines the document as article with 12-point font size on A4 paper. The package multi-row and array are included in advanced table formatting. Multi-row allows merge of table rows while array provides more control over column alignment and spacing. The tcolorbox package with option is most is loaded to enable the creation of colorful boxes and advanced formatting elements. A new command ticketsball is defined can be used for adding tickets-based graphics. The lines defining and setting backslash of visual cell width create a custom length variable. Giving constant width is 0.5 centimeter for table cells. Lastly, the new column type A of A centering array B backslash introduces a new column type that centers its content both vertically and horizontally with a user-defined width. The code ends with begin document, making the beginning of the main content section of the document. This LaTeX code defines structure of a complex table using tabular environment. The argument side the braces specifies the column layout. The first two columns are left aligned and the next 10 columns are created using the previously defined custom column type A. Each with the width is long visual cell width separated by vertical lines. The command Vipaton Vipaton ball adds extra vertical space to ensure consistent row height. Even if the ball graphic is not visible, the command C line 3 to 12 draw a horizontal line only from column 3 to 12, leaving the first two columns open. The multi-column commands merge multi-columns for the header labels. Here two empty cells are placed in the first two columns while the next five columns are merged under the heading text and the following five columns under another text, creating two grouped header sections. The optional argument of 1ex at the end of tabular new line adds a little extra vertical space before the next row begins, improving readability and spacing in the header area. And this line of LaTeX code defines the section header row of the table using the multicolumn and rotatebox commands to control both alignment and text orientation. The first two cells created by the multicolumn of 1 of C and multicolumn of 1 of C are intentionally left blank but center to the maintain alignment with the table structure. The following five cells A, B, B, C, C, D, D, and E are rotated vertically by 90 degrees using the command rotatebox of 90 so that their text appears upright along the height of the columns, saving horizontal space. After these, the next five headers A, B, C, D, and E use rotatebox of 0. meaning they remain in their normal horizontal orientation. This arrangement creates two distinct header sections in table, one with vertical rotated text and one with normal horizontal text. The line ends with tabular new line which signals the end of the current row and H line which draws a horizontal line below the header to the separate it clearly from the rest of the table data. This portion of LaTeX code creates main body section of the table where rows labeled A to E are grouped under a single vertical heading text. The command multirow of 6 rotate of 90 of text merge 6 rows in the first column and rotates the word text by the 90 degrees, making it appears vertically along those rows. The asterisk means the cell height adjusted automatically to the fit combined rows. The next column contains the row labels A, B, C, D, and E, each defined in straight lines. The ampersands divide the columns and the empty spaces are ampersands represent blank cells for future data import. The command of C line of 2 to 12 draws a horizontal lines from the second to the 12th column, leaving the first column with the rotated text unlined to maintain the multi-rows continuity. This pattern is repeated for each row, ensuring neat separation between data rows while usually grouping them under one vertical header. Finally, the last H high line draws a full horizontal line across all columns, marking the end of this section of the table. This section of the LaTeX code continues building the second part of the table, again using a vertical oriented label and multiple grouped rows. The command multirow of 6 rotate 90 text merge 6 rows in first column displaying the word text. Rotate by 90 degrees so it appears vertically along the side. This vertical label spans all the rows in this section, just like in the last like in previous part. Each row starts with the symbol of ampersands to the separate columns. The second column contains the row identifies A, B, C, and so on, followed by several empty cells represented by the additional ampersand symbol. The command multicolumn of 5 of C at the end of each line merges the last 5 columns into a single blank cell, ensuring the layout remains consistent with the top half of the table where the headers were divided into the text sections. The command cline 2 of 7 draws horizontal lines only from column 2 to 7, leaving the first multi-row column open to the preserve the continuous text label. This pattern is repeated for each row, ensuring that every data row is neatly separated while keeping a clear grouping structure under the same vertical header. This final portion of LaTeX code completes the second group of rows and closes the table environment. The lines beginning with A, D, and E continue the same pattern as the previous rows, with D and E serving as row labels in the second column. The empty ampersands indicate blank cells, while multicolumn of 5 of C merge the last 5 columns into a single empty cell, maintaining symmetry with the table's overall layout. The sign of 2 of 7 command draws a horizontal line across columns 2 through 7, visually separated each data row, while keeping first column containing the vertical text label underlined after the final row. C line of 1 of 7 draws a thicker horizontal line from column 1 to 7, making end boundary of this section of table. Finally, and tabular signals the end of the table environment, closing all column and row structure. And document ends the entire LaTeX document. After this line, LaTeX stops processing content and everything above is compiled into the final output. A structured multi-sectional table where the vertical headers merge cells and neatly separated by the data rows.